Hello everyone, welcome to another Awakening Beauty video. I would like to invite you to grab one of your favorite drinks, tea or coffee or a glass of water, and find a comfortable seat to join me in today's unfolding. Well, we have some new members coming in, and it's almost the start of a new year. So I would like to take this video as an opportunity to introduce myself a little bit more, share a little bit more about my vision, tell a little bit more about why I do what I do, and what my current intentions are for this channel and for some of the upcoming creations. Where shall we start? Who am I? And that's a very loaded question. But in a nutshell, my name is Doruk. In my native Turkish culture, it means top of the mountain, summit, peak. Well, born and raised in Turkey, but I lived in 3 different continents. I lived in Asia, I lived in Europe, North America. I'm also a recent United States citizen. I had the opportunity to experience different cultures and honor different traditions of our beautiful world through my education and through my business experiences in different parts of the world. I'm a former business executive turned beautifier. You might be also wondering, what does that even mean? Being a beautifier. To me, it means awakening beauty in me and creating more of it externally, out in the world, every day. And the form of that might be changing. Sometimes it's just these videos. Sometimes it's my writings, articles. Sometimes it's my coaching. Sometimes it's my consultation services. And sometimes it's just being beauty. It's sometimes me just embodying whatever's showing up in my life and sharing that inner essence with the ones around me, with the ones who are following me. In a more formal manner, I have a business training MBA from Harvard Business School. I'm an engineer by training as well. And over the last 2 decades, I primarily worked in multinational organizations leading innovation services, launch of new products or services. Firstly in biotech world, and the last decade primarily in the technology world, using scientific research and merging that research with the technology to enable users in the scientific and healthcare space to access the right information at the right time. And for me, bringing that newness, innovation, insight into the world has always been a key driver in my life. And I'm so proud to serve in the healing space, which is still so dear to my heart. And this might be challenging to see from an external point of view, making a transition from a traditional corporate healthcare space to being a beautifier, being more of a creator, might seem like 2 different things, but in my own world, it's just an extension of a different way of defining health and defining wealth. To me, health truly means becoming whole again. And once we become whole again, we become more beautiful. To me, being a beautifier is still in service of healing. Just the definition of healing might be slightly different than sometimes limited definitions of our Western world. And in my own definition, it just evolved to be a lot more comprehensive. It's not only about healing our bodies, it's about how we think, it's about how we feel, it's about our soul's embodiment. So it's about different parts of what it means to be a human and integrating all of that so we can finally authentically feel our inner essence, and from that groundedness, from that unity, express more of it out to the world. And this is indeed my definition of beauty. Beauty is the unity of our diversities. Seen in a different way, it is being our authentic selves within the unity of all we share. It's an eternal dance of unity and diversity. How can we heal? How can we connect to that universal essence that resides in our hearts, that connects us to something larger than us? And from that inner unity, inner groundedness, inner strength, how can we honor that with the diverse expressions of that energy in the embodiment of our lives, which is the authentic gift we can give back to the world? So, being a human to me means this eternal dance. We are united in our inner essence, yet our reflections of that inner essence is so different, so unique. I truly believe that each individual, each human being is inherently and innately beautiful. We have unique gifts, unique geniuses that we are born with. And if we can connect to that inner beauty, we have eternal power in us to bring those higher ideals into reality. And that is my personal journey. I'm in the journey of being the most beautiful embodiment of the potential I know I have in me. And I'm also creating with the same intention, working with other creators, working with other individuals, other business leaders, other entrepreneurs, other solopreneurs who are in the same journey of first actualizing their potential, but also empowering others to do the same with the integration of beautiful services, families, or businesses that they gift back to the world. So that is the journey that I am currently in, and what you see here is just an extension of that. To learn more about who I am, what my life philosophy is, you can refer to my website, which will be linked below. It's dorukurt.com, my name, surname.com. And this channel is just another service to that vision. How can we awaken more beauty in and around us? Well, over the last few months, I was contemplating about the journey forward. Till today, I think this channel has been such an organic expression personally for me. It started a couple of years ago, and I made the first introduction video about what awakening and creating beauty is a year ago. So it was not definitely structured, it was not strategically planned. And actually, I think what really makes it authentic and so approachable is that essence. I still want to keep it with that naivety, with that purity. So I'm just showing up as I am, and I would like to continue showing up as I am. But I also receive quite a lot of reflections or invitations from others for some more structured content too. So I've been contemplating and thinking what might be the right way to move forward. So like I said, I want this channel to be authentic, to be lighthearted, to be playful, to be in alignment with whatever is flowing in me in that moment. Yet, just to make it more approachable, just to make it more practical, I decided to experiment with some structured frameworks that can help us to put some concepts around some of the things that I will be unpacking. So I decided to experiment with playlists. So I will be creating playlists around 3 major concepts of human life. I think human life is complicated, but I like triples. And just to keep things simple, I'll be creating 3 simple playlists for the structured content. It will be first self-related content in which I will be sharing self-strategies. What does self mean? How can we take care of our bodies? How can we take care of our minds, thoughts, our soul? So the first one is really our inner space. And the second will be social strategies. We are not only individuals, we are also a part of an ecosystem of relationships. So the second social strategies context will be related to relationships. We will explore, think, and talk about how we can build and maintain right, healthy relationships, and how we can be the embodiment of the right relationship within ourselves, because we are a relationship with different aspects of our humanity. And the third will be service strategies. And service in my world means business too. It's how we give back our gifts to the world in the form of conscious businesses. So some other terminologies that might resonate within some of the frameworks of today is conscious business concepts, regenerative economy models. I will be sharing some examples about the ethical and conscious use of technology. And given that I am taking the solopreneur journey myself, I will be sharing quite a lot of experiential insights, but also strategical insights about entrepreneurship and what it means to be a creator and solopreneur in today's world. Having said that, I would like to also continue in unstructured, flowing concepts. I would like to maybe go into the depths of my own personal stories, using myself as the embodiment of some of the values that I would like to share more and see more in the world. So you will see more about my personal stories and strategies, which I think will be a different playlist in of itself. Then I will continue with the contemplations and conversations. I will be linking the videos that describes what a contemplation means within the context that I'm talking and a conversation. But in a nutshell, contemplations are deeper thoughts, deep dives into specific concepts. And the concepts are usually inspired by my life, whatever I am called to dig deeper. And conversations are mostly deeper, soulful talks with other individuals. At essence, conversation means turning together. So in these conversations, we just share, and whatever I share inspires the other person to share more. So we turn together and build on top of each other's flow. So in a way, it's a soulful, intellectual dance. And these are already existing playlists you can just explore by digging deeper into some of the existing context. In the future, I would like to explore additional things like beautiful questions, beautiful quotes, beautiful books, beautiful stories from ancient wisdom, and some beautiful concepts that I would like to honor more in our lives. So, long story short, there will be more content coming in, hopefully more frequently. Some of them will be more structured, and some of them will be just inspired by life, will be just general flows. And you can see some practical implications if you follow the playlists, and I'll be pointing them out in my videos too. What else? There are some values that are so central to all of my creations, and hopefully they are somehow revealed in some of these contemplations too. I would like to take a minute to once again share what those values personally for me are. The first one is authenticity. Authenticity means showing up as you are. It's a journey. It's an unfolding journey personally for me too. Well, I like digital context, but it's not that easy to just show up. And my style is also evolving. So what you will see here will be just me practicing and embodying authenticity more and more every day, and hopefully bringing that authenticity back to this space. And authenticity also means simply being human, accepting that we are human with our flaws, with our pauses, joys, changes in moods. So unlike many of the other creators, I'm not editing the videos just because I would like to keep things authentic and I would like to keep things intimate. And I would like us to be okay with being human, sometimes saying the wrong words, sometimes feeling grounded, sometimes feeling overexcited. That's all of us. That's all of our humanity. And I am on a journey to bring all of it to this space too. So if you are finding some minor mistakes, know that they're not intentional, but keeping them here is an authentic reflection of the humanness that I would like to see more in the digital spaces as well. Next, I would like to bring some ease, lightness, playfulness into how we approach life, how we do business as well. Coming from 2 decades of the corporate business world, everything was so serious. And when I look into some of the creators out there coming from the business world talking about this next phase of business or doing business consciously, I also see that same seriousness in them. Not a judgment. Again, these are my values and some of the things that I would like to integrate more into my own work. I would like to do things playfully, joyfully, flowing with life. That doesn't necessarily mean that I'm not taking things seriously, which is my next point. I am a serious person in its essence too. I like depth in life. Depth to me means soulfulness. Depth to me means honoring all of life. And the depth also emerges out of the innate curiosity I have. And I try to bring into the space too. I say it in most of my videos. Curiosity comes from the root of kura. It means care. So curiosity is a reflection of our care. I care about this. And out of that care, we extend an invitation to learn more about it. And out of that invitation, we learn more, we integrate more, and a depth emerges. And I would like to bring that deep essence into the space as well. And maybe lastly, I would like to bring diversity into all of my creations, and I would like to be the diversity that I would love to see more in the world. I think I was blessed and at the same time cursed to be a diverse personality in many of the contexts that I operated in, born and raised in a fairly traditional culture as a female. Have gone through STEM education, was one of the rare engineers at the time. Then I operated as an executive in the male-dominated technology world. Lived as an immigrant at first in the United States before I turned out to be a citizen. So I've experienced what it means to be different, what it means to see things from different angles, what it means to represent a minority. And that is embedded in some of my thinking, some of my embodiment too. So hopefully you will also see more openness, more invitations for integrating the diversity and beauty of our world too. I didn't really intentionally plan to talk about this definition of beauty, but coming back to what beauty means, it's the unity of our diversities. We can only feel that unity, that beautiful home feeling in us when we can welcome all of us, all of life, all of the representations of the diversity of life. And the creation of this channel is an invitation for exploring that too. How can we welcome more diversity, hear more of our personal stories, get inspiration from each other more, and boldly, courageously bring our inner beauty out to the world. When I started this journey a couple years ago, a blessing emerged in me as an extension of my creations. And I think a year ago when I was talking about the main concept of this channel, I ended up with that blessing. It's slightly changed, some minor adjustments, but its inner essence is intact. And that's how I start my everyday, sharing that intention so that that intention can guide my creations. And I truly believe in the power of intentions. And before I close this particular video that talks about my vision, some of the values, and some of the things that you'll see more in this channel, I would like to once again ground myself and ground us in that beauty blessing. Well, I hope you can join me if you feel the invitation in your soul as well. May the intention of my heart be the inspiration for my mind. May that inspiration be the invitation for my body. May my body remember the beauty I am. May I be my authentic self within the unity of all. We are all beautiful, and life is a journey to awaken more of that inner beauty and hopefully create more of it externally out in the world. Thank you for joining me while we are doing it collectively. It's an honor to be in service to this vision, and it's an honor to see you here. Well, till next time, remember your beauty.